Hey, what's up, guys? Using my Rumble videos to go over the mostly the movie and stuff and the cultural stuff. Okay, my Odyssey is kind of more for the, like, I guess you'd say, practical stuff, and BitChute is just everything else, kind of taking the place of what YouTube was, because YouTube has gotten so bad. Okay, the censorship alone, but you have commercials being shoved up your ass. Never forget that in the end, it wasn't the communists that did it to you. Okay, the communists were able to get to you because the corporations were funding them. So anyway, Spanish horror. What can I say? I keep bringing up Spanish horror. There's a reason why. As I get older, okay, these Spanish horror films, okay, part of the Euro horror family, which is to say Continental Europe. These films age really good. They're always nastier, bloodier, crazier, and even more atmospheric than most of their peers. Okay, it was a film movement, I guess, industry that occurred for a very short amount of time, late '60s into the mid '70s, and just a very few people involved with them. Okay, so you see the same people popping up again: Paul Naschy, Armando de Osorio. All right. These are some films. Two of them I had not seen. Actually, three of them I had not seen. Night of the Sorcerers and Horror Rises from the Tomb I've seen before. I finally saw The People Who Own the Dark. Okay. I also saw the last Blind Dead film, Night of Seagulls, and Osorio, another film from Osorio, The Laurel's Grasp. Okay. Watching these, I was just struck by how good these films are, how they've aged well for me. Okay. And they keep bringing back. I guess this maybe I could argue an almost Spanish character. I have a distant great grandfather who was a Spaniard, and from Castile, and I guess there's just something about it. Like, the history of Spain, obviously, going back from all the way to the Roman days, to the occupation by the Muslims, to all the shenanigans in Europe, all the European wars. And of course, the Civil War, okay, which Paul Naschy and Armando were alive for as children. Okay, these films, I keep saying it again. Oh, don't get political. Huh. These films were made during the Franco regime. Okay, in fact, when Franco died in, I think, 74, 75, they kind of didn't make too many anymore, and they were all filmed in Spain. Okay, they were funded by the Germans and by the French to a lesser extent, but all these movies were filmed in and outside Madrid, adding to the atmosphere. I keep saying the Spanish countryside resembles the American Southwest. That's why they use it for a lot of westerns, Italian westerns. But the old buildings, the crypts, all this stuff, it adds something to the Spanish horror that is hard to. It's a quantity you cannot. It's a quality you can't quantify, let's say. So let me shut my ass up, and we'll look at a trailer. Night of the Sorcerers. Okay, Armando de Osorio. Very politically incorrect film taking place in Africa. Okay, you have voodoo African zombies. You have vampire leopard women who are created by taking European women and beheading them on an altar, a special altar, and they become these leopard vampire women with the machetes. This movie is crazy, and I'm going to show you the trailer now that I got this stupid commercial out of the way. Okay, there we go. Right. You know how to use a mouse? There we go.
When Cambodia was just another European colony, the white man ordered an end to the practice of voodoo.
Oh,
but they continued the celebration secretly, you know.
Oh, careful, son.
The Night of the Sorcerers.
Yeah.
The witches of 10 tribes and all those that followed them were exterminated there at that clearing.
Ah. Triggered. Oh. Yeah.
The Night of the Sorcerers.
Oh boy.
The altar of sacrifice. Here they cut the necks of the girls that had been chosen.
Oh. Yeah.
But I always supposed what was sacrificed to the Loa was a white bird. Have you ever heard of the Bulujaro ceremony of the devil of the jungle? No, nothing. The sacrificial rites convert the victims into leopard women.
Yeah.
The voodoo and the devil of the jungle were a threat of violent death in the mysterious African night.
Yeah, you can laugh at this and say, "Oh, this is garbage. This isn't scary."
Dead witches and this black magic rise from
you
the
know
graves
what?
to kill, you see.
I don't know how. You either get it or you don't.
Night of the Sorcerers.
Yeah, these scenes are pretty good too. Very creepy.
Kara's not there. I found
This
it on a
chick,
sheet.
oh my god.
It's a warning to voodoo. It's a method to get us to leave.
Yep.
There's no protection for us. Can't you see that, my dear?
The Night of the Sorcerers. With Simon Andrew,
Yeah.
Callie Hansa,
Kylie Hansel's
and
freaking
Jack
hot.
Taylor.
Ugh, got you, son. Yeah. There's always a rape scene in these films where the guy gets done in, you know. Yeah. 70s, 70s European women, I can't
Ferocious leopard women
say
struggle
it
to
enough.
their death
Yeah.
in the Night of the Sorcerers.
Yeah.
The Night of the Sorcerers. Produced by Pro Films and Hesperia.
Yeah.
Directed by Armando de
There
Osorio.
you go, man.
The Night of the Sorcerers.
Okay.
Coming soon to the...
Alright. So, Night of the Sorcerers. Yeah. Anyway. Now. You know what? I'll go over that. Hold on. Night of the Seagulls. Okay. Now, seagulls. How scary are seagulls? This is the last Blind Dead film. This, I hadn't seen it. I had seen the other films. I had not seen this one. Okay. This is probably the most Lovecraftian of them. Okay. You have, people going to a remote seaside where people do strange rituals to serve and sacrifice young virgins to the blind dead Templar Knights. Okay. The scenes there, the sacrifice scenes, a lot of heart ripping. It seems to be a common thing in the Osorio movies of these evil creatures just cutting out the hearts of these women. The scenes too, when they've killed them, they have like these Dungeness crabs that are probably nearby, that they put all these crabs over like the fake body parts and like the fake blood. Very, very creepy, but this was a really good film. The last of the Blind Dead Monk series. Okay, I hadn't seen it, and it was just it's up there with his stuff. Okay, People Who Own the Dark. I had heard about this film for a while. This is probably a little more different film than this. This is like one of those really bleak 70s sci-fi apocalypse kind of movies. Okay. Paul Nash, he is in this. I don't know if he wrote it in it, but he stars in it as he actually plays he played all different kind of roles. He's kind of like a scumbag rich dude. And most of these characters, right, they're like a bunch of rich, decadent men at a partying in a remote villa, castle, or whatever. One of them is an intelligence guy, though. He realizes that the West and the Soviets are probably close to a nuclear strike, which occurs, okay? And they're underground doing some kind of a ritual with all these prostitutes. And when they come out, they find out that almost everybody on the surface of the Earth is blind. They're blinded by the flash from the nuclear weapons, okay? And it rapidly becomes like a Night of the Living Dead situation. The blind people are very angry. They're not helpless when they realize these people are there. The people also, foolishly, some of them kill some of the blind people. They get their revenge. They come after them hardcore. So it's interesting to have a film where the evil creatures are just blind people who have nothing left and want to take it out on these decadent, scummy rich people. Okay, so look at this. Am I going to show you another trailer? Let's see. It all depends, doesn't it? Are they going to give me another commercial?
very soon
No.
there will be
Thank you,
nothing
Lord Satan. Anyway.
and the people who own the dark.
Oh, damn. Oh. It seems like a ridiculous idea. It's done very well.
Inside a secluded executive retreat, the world's most respected
Yeah.
men
Damn, Paul Nash, man, he was good playing like a dude drinking whiskey with nice suits.
Or after dinner, one of the guests should feel the desire to commit lustful acts with
Oh, yeah, my Euro women.
latter shall submit to
I
it.
tell you, they're just...
The satisfaction of this desire shall be
Something about these 70s Euro women. I don't know, maybe because my DNA was formed in the 70s, I guess.
their own world of darkness, they gather. Drawn by the scent of the living, they prepare for a night of unearthly horror.
Yeah, he's a dick, too. Paul Nash is such an asshole. This scene right here. This was cool. Yeah.
Now there is nothing between you and the people who own the dark.
Yeah, that's the future. Remember the old ratings, the way they would come out? Yeah, people in the dark too. Oh yeah, is this gonna be kind of like the future we're going into? Yeah, that's why it's kind of nasty to watch it. Also, the ending of this, dude. The ending of this is like a 180 that is probably one of the bleaker endings to one of these kind of movies that I've ever seen. I mean, really, it is probably has. I'm not even gonna say what it is. You should check this out. You can probably get it on, find it on YouTube. But the ending of this is just so friggin' bleak, bud. Which is up my alley. Okay. So now we'll round it out here with this double disc. Now the quality of this release, because I remember watching this one anyway on VHS. Right, the quality of this release. These prints were so beautiful. Very clear. Horror Rises from the Tomb. What can I say? Paul Nash plays a double role in this, which is actually I always like when you have an actor and actress playing a double role in the same thing. I don't know. There's something about that that's fascinating. It seems like the ultimate acting exercise. He plays a kind of a rich dude who's kind of a good guy in this one, but he also plays this guy Alaric de Monac. Okay. Like I said, the description of this is right. It's one of the most gruesome films that he made, man. Yeah, lots of nudity, lots of great atmosphere. The French-Spanish border, the sadism of the forget the villain, the sadism of the people, the low-life people who are bandits and criminals. You can't trust them either. Yeah. And just there's zombies. There's all kinds of great stuff in it. Now this one, Amanda de Osorio, The Laurel's Grasp. I had never seen this movie, so I finally got to see it. Based on the Lorelei, which is kind of like a in the Rhine River. Okay, something out of it's linked to the Nibelungen. It's like this creature that is like a siren that kills people. In this film, there's almost a scientific thing added to it, but at some point there is a Nibelungen reference. There's an underwater kingdom where she goes, and it is definitely it becomes a supernatural thing in total. It's interesting too. It's obviously it's all shot. The German people look very dark-haired and swarthy, but they use external shots of the Rhine River, showing the freighters going down the Rhine River. Very atmospheric, very vicious. Particularly, I'll get it real quick. The scenes where the Lorelei, where she transforms and attacks her victims. She likes to ambush them from the woods, so you see the bushes and the branches and the trees sway in the night, showing her presence, but you can't see her yet. And then when she comes out, she's like coming out like a bat out of hell, tackling these people and ripping their hearts out. Anyway, Spanish horror, always recommended. Later.